Never get tired of hearing that. This is the final update on the Halo Master Chief Collection on the PC. Halo 4 just dropped a few days ago, about like maybe 2 weeks ago, a week ago. I finished it the other night, finally. I beat the whole thing, and I have a couple of things I want to mention and criticize and praise, so it's going to be a quick one. Let's check out the options here. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to do it through the campaign. Halo 4, here we go. Missions and options. Oh, I guess I do have to do it through here. Never mind. Options. So it's pretty much the same stuff. The only new thing is the configuration of the keys. You're going to have to change them. And they are going to be specific to each Halo. So Halo Reach, Combat Evolved 2, 3, ODST, and 4. Quick disclaimer. I have not finished ODST. I thought it was not very good. I was not having fun playing the game. It feels disoriented. It feels disjointed. It feels out of place. The pacing is odd. The voice acting is odd. The graphics are not that great. It does not look good, unlike Halo 4, which is by far the best one so far in this collection. Obviously, 5 looks a little bit better, or a lot better. But that's a previous, as of now, generation on the Xbox One. I was really surprised to see Halo 4 was a 360 title. As soon as I fired it up, I'm like, was this a an Xbox One title? What the hell, this looks pretty good. So there's a weird bug, I guess, odd design choice that the developers decided to implement in the game. If on the previous Halos, like let's say, as soon as Halo 4 came out, Halo Combat Evolved 2, and I think ODST had no key bindings for something that was added to the game, and you cannot just save the Halo 4 settings and then just go on about your day. You do have to go back and change the rest of the titles, and the only thing that was added was some camera stuff, and it needed a hotkey. So that was kind of annoying. I wish that they take that away, but they're probably not gonna if they haven't yet. The rest of it is pretty much the same. I mean, enhanced, original, and performance. Nothing really changes from what I've understood, but it would have been nice to see some more options. Frame rate FPS. Why is this at 60? No, I want one. Halo Reach. Let's see. Halo 4, if it has any specific stuff. Nope, just normal, which is really weird. That enhanced. I did have it on enhanced. I'm not going crazy here. So, I don't know. Save for all. Let's go back. Save settings. Whatever. We're here for the campaign. Hopefully you can't hear my cat meowing his heart out, because I put him away so I can do this here. I didn't like Infinity that much. We're gonna do Forerunner just because why not? We are gonna change the difficulty to easy because I don't wanna have to worry about this, and we're gonna start. I like this game. I really, really like this game. I enjoy the story. I enjoy the gameplay. I enjoy what it looks like. My God, it looks amazing. Amazingly well done on PC. Some things have been enhanced, of course, for the PC port. The textures seem a little bit sharper because of the resolution. Steady 120 FPS. I had absolutely no frame rate drops, unlike the previous title, which, let's see, let's pick up the Sentry. I had no problem with the frame rate. I had no problem with the performance. Everything has been awesome. Absolutely no issues. This was the stage I played when I was doing the Insider flight, so there's going to be no spoilers. The gameplay is already out. You can see a million of them. It's kind of hard to avoid spoilers, obviously, but for the most part, I'm going to do the best I can. The most spoilery thing I guess I'm going to say through this whole thing is that I was kind of disappointed about the fact that there's no actual boss fight in the game. It came to a little bit of a surprise. I was expecting to fight somebody, at least towards the end. Previous installments did have some kind of a boss fight, so it was a weird one that there was no boss fight. Now, I say I was disappointed, but in deep reality, I'm kind of I guess I don't really care. I'm not a huge fan of boss fights. The only boss fights I've ever enjoyed in video games are the boss fights of Darksiders 1 and 2. I was actually looking forward to playing those boss fights. So, that being said, if you are a fan of boss fights, just do know that there are none here that you're gonna find. So, set your expectations. I can see this is a little bit more bloomy here. I was hoping to have a stage with a ghost so I can see what that looks like. Basically, on the settings that I was playing at, which I thought were the highest ones, there was no bloom effects. It seemed kind of, I don't know, toned down from the previous installments, and you kind of take that as you want, really. If you want less stuff that will distract you from the screen, then you kind of play without all the bloom effects and all that stuff. But I'm a fan of the visual novel, so I'll crank those things up. The only thing I'm going to crank down, obviously, is going to be always the depth of field and the motion blur, because fuck those two options. Vignette, of course. Chromatic aberration, obviously, always can suck my dick, because fuck that thing. It's so disorienting. And all those things that pretty much deteriorate the screen. Other than that, towards at the end, there's a little bit of a Easter egg, I guess you want to say it, quote-unquote Easter egg. There's a heartfelt message from 343 Industries thanking the public for trusting them with this project. I think that's a little bit of a overstatement. I remember back then, 343 Industries were kind of not taken very well by the public. They actually were somewhat hated, if not disliked. So, I think they did an excellent job. I think they did a good enough job, if not an excellent job. I think that they tried their best, and the end product is something great. I really enjoyed the storyline. I obviously like the gameplay. There's Sprint, which I love. I think there was Sprint on ODST, the little amount of time I spent with it. I have no complaints. Other than, I think that a lot of people will complain about the fact that there was no boss fight. I don't really mind, of course, but I just have to note that out there. Just to mention it, because I kind of have to mention it. The difficulty is there. It's not an easy game. These guys take a lot of shots to kill. I finished the whole thing on normal. That might be insulting to a lot of people. Also, what might be insulting is my cat making all these noises from the bedroom. Hopefully you cannot hear them. You have some pickups again, some abilities that you can pick up, and they have a cooldown that you can utilize. So right now I have a sentry ability. This is what the sentry looks like. You are vulnerable for about a second and a half when you spawn the sentry, so make sure that you are in cover, but also the sentry doesn't move, it just stays there. So if you're going to be in cover and you bring out the sentry, you're going to be pretty much wasting it because it can't aim and hit people. So make sure you're careful when you when you spawn the sentry. There's a couple more. There's a shield. There's a really nice dash ability that I discovered that is really, really cool. You get later on in the game. And the one thing that really stuck with me about this game is the environment creation. Obviously, this is kind of lame, kind of dried out. It doesn't have anything fancy going to it, but there was a level where you were in a space station and you were tasked with a mission that I'm not going to spoil. But the whole setting was incredible. The plot that was thickening was taking a nice turn. The objectives made sense. You got your ass handed, of course. What else was going to happen? And it's interesting to see what is happening with Cortana. The only problem that I found with the storyline as an outsider, of course, that doesn't really play Halo games because I've never owned an Xbox, is the story it doesn't quite tie with Halo 5. So I didn't really see the connection on Halo 5 with Halo 5. I haven't played Halo 5 besides only a few seconds in the beginning, so I can't say that I know exactly what that storyline is about, but I can't wait to be able to play Halo 5 somehow. I'm not going to buy an Xbox just to play Halo 5, and you're going to find these things throughout the whole map in every stage that kind of give you a backstory on the lore. They add a few details. It kind of explains a few things that make a little bit more sense, which is nice. I always like to watch those things, but I'm going to skip that because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. It would be a spoiler for me, so I'm going to say it's a spoiler for you too. It's hard to say. I want to be careful about spoilers for a game this old, but this is Halo 4. It plays amazingly. There's no boss fights. They added a few more customizations on the settings, which is really cool. It looks definitely a lot prettier now. I wish I knew that when I was playing the actual game. It's fast. It has great voice acting. It carries on the story a little bit better. I think the way that Bungie left it with Halo 3 was very ominous, very artistically well done as well. The fact that Master Chief was just drifting out of space was pretty nerve-wracking. It kind of made you feel the desperation. So the new weapons are good. You have a few different ones. You obviously have this guy, which is an automatic. You have this one, which is like a sniper rifle that fires 3 shots at once. And it's really nice to headshot these guys and kill them with 1 shot, especially in normal difficulty where they take quite a few shots to destroy. This guy is really annoying. And when these guys die, those flying things will revive them within a few seconds. So you got to make sure that you watch out for that shit. So it's good. If you were going to play one of these games, one of these Halo games on the Master Chief Collection, I will highly recommend that it's this one. This one is by far the best overall package as far as graphics, as far as gameplay, as far as variety, as far as design, everything. Everything is just really, really good with this game. Again, the only thing that I can think that people will have a beef with is the fact that there's no boss fight. Oh, revive your buddy, bitch. Come on. I'm pretty sure you can hear my cat, because I can definitely hear my cat. This was it. Hopefully this was a short one, and hopefully this helped. No complaints here. In my opinion, best Halo game. Having not played Halo 5, of course, but people also hated Halo 5, and I have a feeling that once I start playing the game, I'm gonna love it. So, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it. I did mess up my intro. I was supposed to say what in the world is Halo 4 of the Master Chief Collection, so this was what in the world is Halo 4 Master Chief Collection. Hope to see you on the next one. Peace.